So hi to everyone, welcome to this quality unit interview. So today I'm very happy to have a partnership done with Lalit. So hello Lalit, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. So we are taking opportunity of the summer to record this. So and I think the best person to present will be yourself. So I'll let you introduce. I know you are well known within your audience, and it's today the opportunity to introduce you to a broader one. So I'll let you share. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, my full name is Lalitkumar Bhamare. Originally from India, currently working in Germany for an awesome network for professionals called Zing. Apart from that, I have been running Tea Time with Testers magazine from last 10 years. And I do lots of community activities. I have been director at Association for Software Testing, looking after the education program, been on advisory board of a couple of testing startups. Yeah. All in all, my life revolves around software testing, on and out of work.
Okay. And Tea Time, so it's around, you celebrated 10 years. So what do? You do a monthly press release, news about testing? Yeah.
For quite some years, we were a monthly publication, but from last couple of years, we are publishing quarterly. It's a lot of work, and we would like to maintain the value, so we reduce the frequency.
Yeah, so sometimes to maintain the value and quality, we have to reduce the frequency. So
exactly. If you want it at the quality, then sometimes you can have to compromise on the speed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, no, but very interesting, and I'm happy that we are together today to share around a SWOT on quality, because we are building all this film around quality engineering, and I think the best way to define a perimeter and to improve practice, it's also to know where we stand in our current situation and what are the driving forces. But as a first question, as you also have a lot of experience in IT, testing and quality, etc., I will start by asking you, from your experience, what are the main typology of problems you have to face and to resolve when you intervene within a quality context?
I think the key problem in my understanding that I have experienced over the years is the sheer lack of understanding about quality itself.
Okay.
And taking a quality for granted, or treating it as some phase in the software delivery process. I think this is the number one problem our industry is still facing. And it is highly important that everybody involved in software making understands that quality is not something that you can process as an afterthought. It has to be part of your consciousness and mindset, no matter at what stage of software delivery you are.
And this lack of understanding for you, it's both from a tester and non-tester, or for both? Or it depends?
I think it's too complex to dissect that, but I do believe this problem is widespread. I notice this problem with everybody involved in software, more or less. Not only testers, not only programmers, but also sometimes product people, sometimes leadership, sometimes.
So quite
so we all are together in this.
Vast majority of stakeholders in the end. So you always have a gap of organization to convince and work on. So it means we have also a problem on communication of quality, probably. So
I do accept, yes, as a testers, I think we do need to improve on how we articulate testing and how we communicate the value of testing. And though quality and testing are not the same things, the information we produce through our testing efforts, it helps stakeholders make decisions about quality. So there is indirect relationship. So if you care about quality, perhaps you need to be able to articulate the value of testing better.
So it's a very true exercise of communication and on businesses impact, product impact, and not only about test.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's interesting that you share those two key points as you. If these are the two main important points, it means that it's the repeating story through your experiences that you see again and again. So yeah, and if we move to a first level of analysis on the SWOT, looking at the strengths and weaknesses. What are they for you?
I think the strength is acknowledging that there is a problem, and that is the most important thing. Most of the times, teams and organizations do not even understand that there is a problem. So they do not know what to solve.
Okay, yeah, they are blindly continuing as they do, etc. And
yeah, so they just see the symptoms and they try to fix those symptoms, but not really the problems that are at the root of it. So I think the biggest strength in my understanding is for the teams to know that there is a problem and understand what problem it is. And once they identify that, solving it, thinking about it, finding a resolution becomes a bit easier. And the weakness is the lack of sense of shared responsibility towards quality. I mean, agile culture came so many decades ago, and it was so evident and made it very explicit that quality is team's responsibility. But our industry is still waking up to that thought and idea. And now whole team quality and whole team testing is kind of becoming a thing. But this should have been done decades ago. This notion that testing and quality is responsibility of testers. For testing part, I can understand, but quality is not only the responsibility of testing team. It better be the responsibility shared among the entire team, including programmers, product owners, support team, stakeholders. And I think this is what I see as a key weakness even today. Until this mistaken notion of quality and its responsibility is changing, no amount of technical progress will make any difference.
Yeah, because at the end they are only doing IT for IT, but there is no value for the user at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly.
And you have seen some context where these weaknesses were overcome, like where you saw better understanding of quality through the actors? Or?
Well, yes. So that's basically what I have been trying to promote through my whole team quality workshops. I call the concept and the framework by teaching as a quality conscious software delivery. So I believe it is possible for each member of the team, regardless of what role they contribute with, to do their own work with more quality consciousness. And that creates a whole lot of difference. We don't really need extra tools, so to say, or some complicated methods and philosophies in place. I think people just need to know how they can contribute to quality through their own work without doing something extra for quality. I mean, I don't know how you would do something extra for quality, because quality is not an extra thing. You have to do what you're doing with the quality in your mind. So it has to be done the way together with whatever you're doing right from the beginning. People just need to know how to do it.
Yeah, okay, it's interesting, this perspectives that it's quality should be embedded. It's not like the cherry on the cake, issue of time at the end, and maybe only in UAT because it's too late, etc.
Exactly.
And so what do you see in a more, I would say, mid-term perspective in terms of opportunities then that teams could take around making quality or implementing the quality consciousness?
There are lots of opportunities, definitely, if people are willing to make an effort to see how differently they can do things, like what is currently lacking in their approach. And if they are shown what they can do differently, then most certainly there is a lot of scope for teams to improve on delivering quality software without having to spend extra time or energy or even resources. I think it just requires awareness and some training, perhaps.
Yeah, so we have from the start as early as possible to avoid then all the waste of rework and trying to integrate afterward. Once everything has been done, like when the house is built, we forget about all the quality controls and the quality built in the materials, etc. So let's review everything. Yeah.
So we don't always have to do this patchwork and doing the fixes later. It is very much possible to avoid those things if you are investing in quality mindset right from the beginning.
Yes, quality opportunities more at that level. Yeah. Okay. And in terms of threats that you see, okay, what could be impeding this to happen? I think
this is such an interesting topic. I would like to mention this interesting blog post that Dan North recently wrote. He's the creator of Behavior-Driven Development, BDD, and he acknowledges that we need to talk about testing, where he has mentioned how over the decades software industry has kept testing or the deep discussions about testing on the side. And I believe this has been the problem in our industry. There is a terrible lack of ignorance, terrible lack of understanding of what real and meaningful testing is. To our industry at large, testing is all about automate everything and cover everything through unit test. And if we are doing that, then we don't need dedicated testers, or we don't need people who are critically thinking about testing. I think this culture is the biggest threat. And just because somebody is doing it and apparently succeeding at it for whatever criteria they use for measuring that success, this creation of cargo cult becomes the problem. So in my opinion, the biggest threat is this.
Yes, so you have
yes, the ignorance about testing,
yeah,
unawareness, and this cargo cult.
Yeah, it's like there is a big part around the management and how people are animated, and also, yeah, as you mentioned, a question of skills and understanding, and yes,
absolutely. But it's a good thing that people are waking up to it, acknowledging it. I wish there are more people from non-testing field whose work has affected testing in a way, like Dan, and they come forward, acknowledge it, and do something to change that perception from their side of the story.
Yeah. And if we look now at experiences and practical implementation, etc., concrete things you could have done, do you have found a specific practice that are much more, I would say, effective in regards to the problematic we shared?
Yes, I think don't tell people what to do. Instead, if you sit with them and show them how you're doing things, they tend to capture things faster. They tend to accept your ideas faster. So as long as you know how to make it more of a teamwork, how to make it more of a joint effort, instead of you being the coach or the mentor and people expecting people to just follow you, I think that doesn't work. You need to come down to their level, sit with them, help them understand, and traverse that journey together with them if you really care about succeeding at things. So this is my biggest lesson so far.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's like you are very pushing to develop skills and capabilities of the team, and through experiences, through practice, and test and learn a bit.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite good, because it means also that you have probably, I would say, specific criteria in terms of staffing your team to have the people with this right mindset of accepting to learn, grow, fail on the way, improve from that. So yes.
True. Yes, failure is also an important thing. Sometimes there are people who like to try things for themselves before accepting something you're saying, and that is perfectly fine. So in certain cases, you could also let people try and let them learn from their failures. If they fail and come to you for asking solutions, then I think that's the perfect opportunity for you to show them how differently to do that and help them succeed. And probably from that point on, you establish that credentials and credibility to help them further in their journey.
Yeah. Okay, no, but it's it's interesting, because people cannot get everything right at the first time, etc.
Exactly.
You always need to compose with the skills and the expertise you have particular moment in time. So yeah. So, and if you were to, what would be the key takeaways of what we shared around the quality by design, conscientiousness as early as possible? So, on your vision of quality, what are for you the key takeaways you wanted to share?
The key takeaway would be not to focus and think of quality only in terms of product, because that's just one notion of quality that comes into play. But if we really want to improve the overall quality of the product, we need to also keep in mind the people notion of it and the project notion of it. So the quality of your project, the quality of people who are working together, there is a deep relation between all these three and they affect each other. So we have to improve all these qualities if we want to succeed with the product quality in the end. So this has been my key takeaway.
Yeah. So and it's probably one of the pitfalls of. I don't know if it's only IT or software engineering, but probably of engineering practice, is that as we are building something technical, we are already very happy when we think about the product, but then we forget probably about what you shared around the user, around the actors that are building the software, the process of the methodology to build the software.
Yes. These are subtle things and they also matter.
Okay. Well, we'll take the opportunity that we are sharing because we are ending an ebook to define quality engineering because I didn't find a proper definition or an aligned definition in the ecosystem. So I come up with a definition with Rémi DeWitt, with a person writing with me this small ebook. So, and I wanted to have your feedback on it. So I will start by sharing it. So it's quality engineering constrains every activity of the software lifecycle to continuously deliver value to its user. And so what's your feedback on this? Does it resonate to you? Do you find the meanings in your experience and what you see in the ecosystem?
I guess so. So quality engineering constrains every activity. Good. Yes, it's more or less in every activity of the software lifecycle to continuously deliver value to its users. Yes, it resonates a lot. And I believe it's not only the users though, because we are not building, yes, there are users in the end.
Yeah, but there is also the actors you mean, etc.
Yeah. So I would probably rephrase it to stakeholders in a way, because they also get to decide about what is the value.
You need to have something to win also to contribute. And
Yes. But all in all, good. I congratulate you on this effort and looking forward to the book.
Yeah, it's soon normally, it's September.
Okay, cool.
And to end with a personal note, do you have a specific, sometimes it's, we read a book, we read a quote, we have some content that follow us through our journey. So do you have or specific blogs even? It can be. And do you have specific content you wanted to share with your audience?
Yes, I have written a blog on this very topic, quality conscious software delivery. If anybody wants to understand.
Okay, the link will be in the comments and the description.
Yes, and I have been also teaching public workshops for helping teams to get onboarded with the idea and how to implement it at work. And if anybody is interested, they can also take a look there.
Oh yes, it's very interesting, and it will really follow up with your takeaways to embed quality first in every activity of the building software, and not only the product, as you said precisely. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Lalit. It was a pleasure to have you on this interview, and so I think we are all impatient for the next quarterly edition of the Tea Time with Testers. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you for interviewing me. It was an honor talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye-bye, Lalit. Yeah, bye-bye. Thanks for your interest in the themes of quality engineering. You can find more content on qunit.com. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye bye.